Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, who is the most merciful and most kind. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Iman Sarfraz and my ID password is 220132310006 and my department is BS Biotechnology Batch 13. And this is the second part of my presentation. My presentation topic is industrial applications of MR materials in adsorption. So what is gas separation? MR materials have a high affinity for certain gases, making them useful in gas separation processes. They can selectively absorb gases such as carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide from gas streams, enabling purification and removal of these gases from industrial processes and emissions. MR materials have been used for the separation and purification of gases. They can selectively absorb specific gases from a mixture based on their molecular size, polarity, and affinity to the MR surface. Hydrocarbon adsorption. MR materials have a high affinity for hydrocarbons, particularly C8 to C12 linear paraffin. They are employed in industries such as petroleum refining and petrochemicals for the separation and purification of hydrocarbon mixtures. MR materials can selectively absorb hydrocarbons from mixtures, making them useful in applications such as gas purification and separation of hydrocarbon streams. They can be employed in processes like natural gas sweetening, where they selectively absorb sulfur compounds and other impurities from natural gas. Water purification. MOR materials can selectively absorb heavy metals, organic pollutants, and other contaminants from water. They are used in water treatment processes to remove substances like arsenic, lead, and radioactive ions, contributing to the purification and detoxification of water sources. MOR materials can help in the removal of volatile organic compounds and other pollutants from air. They are used in air filters and purifiers to absorb and trap harmful gases and odorous substances, enhancing indoor air quality in commercial and residential buildings. Drying and dehydration. Due to their high absorption capacity for water molecules, and more materials can be utilized for drying and dehydration processes. They are commonly employed in the food and pharmaceutical industries to remove moisture from products, thus extending their shelf life and preserving their quality. MOR materials have excellent water absorption properties. In food industry, MOR materials are employed to remove moisture from products like grains, fruits, and vegetables and preventing spoilage. In the pharmaceutical industry, they are utilized to dry active pharmaceutical ingredients and prevent degradation. Next, industrial applications in catalysis. MOR materials find wide-ranging applications in catalysis across different industries. Their unique properties, including high surface area, shape selectivity, and acidity, make them valuable catalysts in processes such as petrochemical cracking, isomerization, dehydration, biomass conversion, aromatization, and alkylation. These applications highlight the versatility and significance of MOR materials in various industrial catalytical processes. Petrochemical industry. The petrochemical industry relies on catalytical cracking to convert heavy petroleum fractions into lighter and more valuable products. MOR materials are used as catalysts in this process due to their high surface area and unique pore structure. The catalyst acidic side promote the cracking reactions, breaking down large hydrocarbon molecules into smaller ones such as gasoline, diesel, and other petrochemicals. These materials provide a high surface area and acidic sides that facilitate the cracking reactions. Next, isomerization reactions. MOR materials in various isomerization reactions in the petrochemical and chemical industries. For example, they can be utilized in the conversion of linear alkane into their branched isomers, which have higher octane ratings and better combustion properties. MOR catalysts find applications in various isomerization reactions, particularly in the petrochemical and chemical industries. MOR materials provide shape selectivity and acidic sites that promote the rearrangement of hydrocarbon molecules. Dehydration reactions. MOR materials are employed in dehydration reactions where water is removed from alcohols to produce olefins alkenes. The catalyst's unique pore structure and acidic sites enable the efficient removal of water molecules from the alcohol molecules. This process is valuable for producing important intermediates used in the production of plastics, synthetic fibers, and other chemicals. Next, biomass conversion. MR materials play a crucial role in the catalytic conversion of biomass feedstock into biofuels and valuable chemicals. These materials help facilitate the cracking, hydrocracking, and deoxygenation processes involved in converting complex biomass molecules into simpler hydrocarbon compounds. MR catalyst offers shape selectivity, acidity for biomass conversion. Next, alkylation reactions. Amine materials serve as catalysts in alkylation reactions, which involve the combination of smaller molecules such as alkenes or alkyl halides with larger molecules to produce high value products. These reactions are commonly employed in the production of gasoline, additives, and specialty chemicals. MOR catalysts offer the necessary acidity and shape selectivity for efficient alkylation processes. Aromatization reactions. Amor catalyst can be employed in the aromatization of light hydrocarbons to produce aromatic compounds. They are widely used in the production of chemicals, fuels, and polymers. These chemicals provide the necessary acidic sites and shape selectivity to promote the formation of aromatic compounds. These chemicals promote the formation of aromatic compounds from the hydrocarbon feedstocks. Next, industrial applications in separation. So, MR materials have gained significant attention in the field of separation processes in various industries. These materials are composite membranes that combine a polymer matrix with dispersed inorganic fillers such as metal, organic framework, zeolites, or nanoparticles. The unique properties of MR materials make them suitable for the wide range of separation applications. Gas separation. MR materials are widely used for gas separation processes such as carbon dioxide capture, natural gas purification, and hydrocarbon recovery and hydrogen recovery. The dispersed inorganic fillers in MR membranes can enhance gas selectivity and permeability, leading to improved separation efficiency. These materials are particularly valuable in industries like natural gas processing, where the removal of impurities like CO2 and sulfur compounds is essential. Water purification. MOR materials have significant potential in various water purification processes. For example, in desalination, MOR membranes can selectively remove salts and ions from seawater or brackish water, enabling the production of fresh water. The inorganic fillers in the membrane can provide ion selective properties, facilitating the separation of specific ions. MOR membranes can also be designed to remove contaminants like heavy metals, organic pollutants, and microorganisms from industrial wastewater, ensuring compliance with environmental regulations and improving water quality. Next, organic solvent separation. MOR materials are applicable in industries that heavily rely on organic solvents. They can be used for solvent separation and recovery, which is crucial for reducing waste, improving efficiency, and minimizing environmental impact. MOR membranes can selectively separate different organic compounds based on their size, polarity, or other properties. This allows for the efficient recycling and reuse of solvents, reducing cost and improving sustainability in industries such as pharmaceuticals, fine chemicals, and petrochemicals. Next, vapor separation. MOR materials can be employed for the separation of vapors and volatile organic compounds in industrial processes. These membranes can selectively transport specific vapors, enabling the recovery of valuable compounds in process streams. MOR membranes are particularly useful in applications such as solvent recovery, where volatile solvents need to be separated from exhaust gases and used, minimizing environmental pollution and reducing cost. Next, drug delivery. MR materials have also shown potential in drug delivery applications in the pharmaceutical industry. Controlled release systems. MR materials can be utilized to develop controlled release system for drugs by incorporating drugs into the polymer matrix of MR membranes. It is possible to control the release rate and the duration of drug delivery. The dispersed inorganic fillers in the MR materials can help modulate drug release by altering the permeability and diffusivity of the membrane. This enables the sustained and controlled release of drugs, reducing the frequency of dosing and improving patient compliance. Targeted drug delivery. MOR materials can be engineered to have specific targeting capabilities, allowing for targeted drug delivery to specific tissues or cells. Functionalizing the surface of MOR membranes with ligands and antibodies that have affinity for specific receptors or markers enables the selective accumulation and release of drugs at the target site. This targeted drug delivery approach minimizes systematic drug side effects and increases the therapeutic efficacy of drugs. Next, transdermal drug delivery. MR materials can be employed in the transdermal drug delivery system by incorporating drugs into MR membranes and optimizing the sustained and controlled delivery of drugs through the skin. This approach can be useful for delivering drugs that require continuous release over an extended period, avoiding the need for frequent injections or oral administration. Next, localized drug delivery. MOR materials can be designed for localized drug delivery applications where drugs are released directly at the site of action. This is particularly beneficial in cases where localized treatment is required, such as in certain cancer, inflammatory diseases, and wound healing. By incorporating drugs into MR membranes and placing them at the desired location, the membranes can release the drugs, locally minimizing systematic exposure and enhancing therapeutic outcomes. Combination therapy. MR materials can be utilized for combination therapy where multiple drugs or therapeutic agents are delivered simultaneously or sequentially. By incorporating different drugs into the polymer matrix of MR membranes, it is possible to achieve synergistic effects or address multiple therapeutic targets. This approach can be valuable in treating complex diseases or conditions that require a combination of drugs to achieve optimal outcomes. It is important to note that while the potential of MR materials in drug delivery is promising, next, hydrocracking. The catalytic activity of MOR based materials can be attributed to various factors. Active site. So, in active site, MR zeolites possesses a high concentration of bronzate acidic sites, which are essential for cracking reactions. These acid sites promote the carbon-carbon double bond in the hydrocarbon molecule. So the second shape selectivity, the zeolite structure of MR materials features a network of interconnected channels and cages. These confined spaces have specific pore sizes and shapes which can influence the different hydrocarbon molecules to the active sites. This shape selectivity helps to control the product distribution, favoring the formation of desired lighter hydrocarbons. So third one is thermal stability. In thermal stability, hydrocracking reactions are typically conducted at high temperatures and pressures. MR materials exhibit excellent thermal stability, allowing them to withstand the harsh reactions conditions without significant structural degradation. This stability contributes to the longevity and effectiveness of the catalyst. So the fourth one is surface area and pore volume. The catalytic performance of MOR based materials can be influenced by their surface area and pore volume. A higher surface area provides more active sites for the reactions, while a suitable pore volume allows for the diffusion of reactants and products within the catalyst particles. Thank you. This is from my side.